guys, thank you for joining us today. My name is Jonah Beals.
And I'm Andre Briggs.
And we are here to sell you the travel destination of your dreams, Panama. So, we represent the company Astro Travel, and we thank you for spending some time with us today and letting us introduce you to one of the coolest places on earth that we hope you'll soon visit. So, jumping right into it, Panama. It's always going to keep you wanting more. One of the very slogans of the country is that it will never leave you. So, here's a little bit of a representation of the flag. And now that we kind of know what feelings you might experience jumping in, let's keep on going. So this is the location. It's a country in Central America. From here to here is going to be about your borders, and the main capital is going to be Panama City, which is located about right in here. So, headed on, Andre's going to take over.
Okay, so with this and with all the scheduling, what's really awesome is that we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing once we're in Panama, and especially being able to look at the history of where a lot of things come from and how Panama is operated. One of the biggest draws to Panama is the Panama Canal. So with this, we have the opportunity to be around the canal, but we also have the opportunity to be able to be on a boat and kind of spend a lot of time in the boat. I think one of the biggest things about traveling and one of the biggest things about culture is that you're kind of able to be set apart, and you're able to be at a hotel, and you're able to be in luxury. But I think with that, you kind of miss out on an integral part of the human experience, and that's actually seeing what the people are like in the culture. So we're able to actually start in certain places. You're able to go to Miraflores locks. Those are one of the locks that are in the canal, so you're able to see the construction, but then you're also able to travel over and to see Monkey Island and a lot of these things that are actually a very big part of the culture.
Absolutely. And another fantastic thing is that there is a lot of free time involved in your itinerary. So as you're jumping from places like beaches and city tours, if you miss anything or have any desires of your own, we do have some recommendations located in our brochure, but it's really up to your discretion of the things that you want to enjoy. Another cool opportunity is that you actually get to travel and stay on a houseboat for a few days. You're going to be speedboating to several islands around the canal. So as Panama City as a whole, we want to do our best to provide you the best aqua and land experience possible. And we have a quick little clip of the Panama Canal. It provides opportunity to see.
While we wait on it to load, I think sometimes it just takes a little bit to come in. What's awesome to think about the canal is that a lot of the times we have this luxury of travel, whether that is by boat or by plane, but it's awesome to see that in Panama that this is still a very big thing that's used every single year. Around 13,000 to 14,000 ships every single year pass through, and the process in that is that we see that it takes about 8 to 10 hours for the ships to go up, to dock in, and to ship out. So unfortunately, it looks like it's not really loading.
We might be
Say yes to that. Oh.
but that's okay. Sorry for this quick little detour of escape. We'll see if we can get it going. Oh yeah, it looks like we are close.
So we're going to see a little bit of a time lapse of what this kind of looks like. So like I was saying, this is basically an everyday thing. Once again, it's 13,000 to 14,000. We'll wait for it. So once again, that's there. It locks in for a little bit. So there's a lot of cargo that happens every single day and a lot of things that are transported. But this is a project that has been going on since the 1800s, and this was to basically help and limit the travel from the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean. So I think it's really cool to have history and to have an idea of what that looks like.
Absolutely. So now that we've given you kind of one of the overviews of one of our major excursions, we do want to include some images to get you interested in the other ones as well. So headed into it, this is actually going to be a picture from the Monkey Island tour, which you have the opportunity to take at Bora, Colorado Island. You get to get up close and personal. You have a personal tour guide. You get to feed the monkeys and interact in some of their environments. This is going to be from the Gamboa Rainforest Resort, which is a place that you will be staying for, I believe, days 4, 5, and 6 of your trip. So here it's all inclusive, meals paid, suites, pools. It's a very cool experience too. And now this is going to be at one of the private beaches, again on another separate island located by the canal. You you have an opportunity to go rent your own private boats, kayaks, things like that, take to the water, and just have some fun for a few days. Now here we have also another favorite, which is going to be Panama City. These are going to be from a lot of different viewpoints. You get to see some of the historical sites and main attractions going to be involved in the city as well. Alrighty, so moving on forward. If you want to know some fun facts about the cities and the culture, the primary language down there is going to be Spanish, and actually primary religion is going to be Roman Catholic as well. So here are just some of the major city names of Colón, David, Panama City obviously is the capital, San Miguelito, and Tocumen. General population, kind of cost of living, so if you have any facts or questions about maybe if you like Panama so much you want to stay, this would be some logistics about living there.
And then once again with the cost breakdown with everything and the pricing, we see that with the refer to a friend, that is just a little bit under $5,000. So this is something that's very cool that once again with travel, we know that this is things that you have to plan ahead, but with Jonah and I, these are things that we can walk through you with. So we're going to talk about the airfare, we'll talk about the transport, what food that you'll be having there, what food you can bring, the excursions like the Monkey Island, and like the resort and like the boat especially, and then the hotels that you'll be staying in. So all these things for an affordable price, I think it sounds very good, and I know you guys are jumping out of your seat at an opportunity like this.
Exactly.
And so, like I said, Jonah and I, we're with you through this, and we're with you about all the information that you need. And with travel, we know that it's something that can be fairly stressful, but we want to limit that amount of stress. So right here is an extensive list of things to bring. So in anticipation of the weather, you can have a raincoat, you can have a jacket, you're going to need a passport, of course, because we're going to be going to a different country there. Different pairs of shoes, especially when we are going to be seeing the different types of monkeys and the species. We're going to be walking through different rainforests. We're going to see a lot of nature in its purest form. We're going to have hats, sunglasses, shampoo, basically just the basic things that you always need when you're traveling. But most of all, and this will come naturally, you're just going to need to bring a good attitude. But that'll happen, especially when you're going to be within Panama and experiencing everything that has to offer to you guys.
Absolutely. So, now that we've given you this information, we ask the question, what are you waiting for? The adventure of a lifetime sits right at your fingertips, and we hope that soon you will be joining us for one of your hopefully favorite vacations of all time to Panama. We represent Astro Travel, and thank you so much for your time.